What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Erasure. Once again, I wanted to give a shout out to the Erasure fans that are friends of the channel. I appreciate you all, and I know, that I've been doing reactions to other groups like Duran Duran and even the Eurythmics lately at a slightly greater pace. I am trying to balance everything. There's like 6 or 7 groups that I react to like regularly now, just within sort of the synth pop or synth rock sort of paradigm, Depeche and Duran and Tears for Fears and again Eurythmics. So yeah, basically there's a number of groups that I'm just trying to balance and just kind of like water each of them like every few days. So yeah, I do appreciate the patience on the part of the Erasure fans. So yeah, we're back for more Vince and Andy. We're going to listen to their 1989 album Wild again. Their 4th studio album. I very much have enjoyed the beginning of this album. The first half, I mentioned before, it's sort of interesting to me that the instrumental for piano song is used as the first track on the album, while the proper song is the final one. You would think it'd be the other way around, but as the album goes on, I'm, and not only for this album, but for albums overall, I do think about chronology and the sort of the sequencing of certain songs and the way that that can sort of color part of an album one way or another, or if it's like thematic and that a number of songs in a row, like whether just the title or even the lyrics themselves have a connection. So I do think about structure of the track or the album, and I am thinking again about what we're going to hear when we get to the normal version of the piano song at the end. And again, this is a channel that celebrates physical media. I do have to point out the songs are listed in a sort of like a forward diagonal and then like a retreating diagonal back toward the left again, and as it ends, this track La Gloria is sort of the halfway point. It's as far over to the right, so again that may have little more to do, maybe little more than just a visual aesthetic for the back of the album to make the track listing a little bit more interesting. But I am thinking about this tune, just from this visual indicator alone as a sort of like transition from the front half to the back half of the album. So that's on my mind as we go into it. It's a tune called La Gloria, meaning the glory or the Gloria. It could be a name, but also it could be in reference to something that is glorious. Or gloryful, which is not really a word. But yeah, I am thinking about it as a proper name just because of the way it's written, with Gloria being capitalized. So we'll have to see what or whom La Gloria is. So let's get to it. This is Erasure, La Gloria, from the album Wild, 1989. Spanish guitar vibes right out of the gate. Oh, wow. This is a very fun song. I was gonna say it felt a little gimmicky at the start, but this is fun. Really like playing around with this vocal delivery. little uncomfortable in terms of like, it feels a little bit like a musical caricature. I think it's done in good fun and with the best of intentions, but I'm a fan of like Rodrigo and a lot of composers that use the Spanish guitar. I was gonna say it's music to my ears, but that would be unintentionally silly. Suddenly we're in the street, getting honked at by a cabbie. We're at a station now. Waiting a train, perhaps. We're coming back from Spain. I don't know. Yeah, it's cool. Like I said, I feel like in some ways it might be a little bit of a novelty. Maybe it could be seen as a bit of like, again, a caricature of sort of like Spanish musical styles and like ways of singing. But still, I enjoyed it, and like I said, I don't think it is in any way like meant to be sort of dismissive or so on. I think it is sort of like a celebration, and they're trying to do a synth-pop tune, but in a sort of like Spanish folk music kind of style. That's what I picked up from that, and you know, La Gloria, the name right out of the gate, like I said, it suggested to me maybe like a Spanish name, like female, more than a reference to glory. So it seemed like that was held to be true, but do let me know what you think of the tune. Yeah, like I said, I think it's a fun tune. I think it's very enjoyable. Maybe not my favorite on the album so far, but still one that I would listen to without necessarily having to skip forward. So again, maybe not my favorite by Erasure, but a cool tune for what it is. And like I said, I think it was done with sort of like a fun kind of dancing sentiment in mind. So let me know what you think. Other than that, I'll see you next time.